Hello everyone, today I just wanted to make a really quick video about an issue with the MTL. Well, luckily we heard yesterday in the AMA that, well, it's already in beta testing and we can expect that it's being rolled out to like more users for testing in the coming days, and that we will get this feature soon. Unfortunately, we didn't get really a clear date about it, but they said we would get it before Omi 2 NFTs. So the thing I wanted to address in this video is like some concerns that people have, like with the MTL, especially considering like what kind of fees we would have to pay. Because I remember like a few weeks ago there were some videos of other YouTube creators that talked about the potential, like for example, Hello K, he made a video of a potential cash out fee of 30% based on that. Well, every time that we purchase a gem in the App Store or in the Play Store, Google and Apple, they take like a 30% cut. So the question here is like, how will Veve like compensate this 30% loss they have? And people are speculating that with the MTL, they may charge us like a fee or something just to compensate this loss. But I don't know, I was kind of struggling with this idea because I thought, well, if you launch a business like that, even if you change the idea from like previously going from an OMI based system or crypto based system to like a fiat based system with the gems, I guess they have thought it through like better than that. I mean, how do you pitch a business idea to someone basically saying, yeah, with every purchase we make like a 30% loss, and yeah, we don't know how to compensate it. So I said, so somehow their system must be smart enough so they don't end up with this 30% loss. They basically then have to pay from their own pockets or something like that. And this is why I started to think about, okay, how does this whole purchasing process and gems to fiat, and how does their like revenue model actually look like? Because of course there are a lot of YouTubers that have really good videos about it, especially Ryan Crypto Trader. He has really good videos on explaining how like the tokenomics work. Like he's really talented in explaining it in a really good way. Especially like the tokenomics of OMI behind the like the gem system. But still, I wasn't really like, I couldn't really get my head around really the revenue model of Veve, because Veve, they make money basically only when we purchase gems. Only at the moment we purchase a gem from the gemsters, that's when basically they get fiat money. So none of the transactions that happen then later in the app, like not collectible purchases or secondary market purchases, they actually don't generate fiat for them. So that's not something that generates like revenue for them. So I tried to get my head around this system and how they actually generate their revenue, because they do have this 2.5% market fee whenever we do a transaction on the secondary market. However, then at the beginning I didn't really understand it the right way, because I thought like, okay, these 2.5%, they are deducted in the form of gems, and so they must basically sit on a huge amount of gems. But how do they convert these gems back to dollar? But of course, this was the wrong way to think about, because, well, basically they already got their dollars for those gems. So it's kind of a really twisted system, all that. And for me, just to just make it a bit more clear, I wanted to make some sort of a calculation, basically to see if with these 2.5% market fees, if they really can like offset the 30% loss from their gem sales. So if you're interested, I will just walk you through this calculation. Okay, so here, this is just an Excel sheet I prepared. So this is like really simple. It's kind of a, like, how do you call it, back of the envelope calculation. And basically here I have three users, let's say user A, B, and C. And they will do some transactions, and then we will have their total gem balances here, and then we will have like the Veve dollar reserve, and then there will be a total gem supply, and then here I will calculate something. Well, I really didn't came up with a better name, but like the Veve dollar surplus. And maybe it sounds a bit like complicated, but hopefully you will understand when we put here the numbers in. So just let's begin. So 3 new users in the app, and these are the only 3 users just for this example. So in the beginning, each of these users, they are going to purchase gems. And let's say person A purchases 500 gems, so we already see the Veve reserve, they got $350 for these 500 gems because 30% goes to Apple or Google. So basically the total gem supply at the moment is 500 gems. But Veve basically, they would have to, like if this person wanted to cash out immediately its 500 gems, then Veve would have a loss of 150 because they only have $350 in reserve from this purchase. Okay, so person B will purchase 200 gems and person C purchases 300 gems. So now in total we have 1,000 gems in circulation, and Veve actually, if all of these 3 people wanted to cash out immediately after purchasing the gems, then obviously Veve would be in a 30% loss, owing $300 more. But of course, if you buy gems, it's because you want to purchase something in the app and do something like with the gems. So let's say there's a drop and person A gets something in the drop. Let's say it costs 100 gems. So we see here its gem balance is down to 400, and person C also gets something in the drop. And here we already see that these, whenever there's a drop and Veve sells an NFT directly, that actually kind of burns gems from the gem supply. So we already see that now, because people can't sell back their collectibles to Veve. Now if everyone wanted to cash out, then they basically only had to pay back 800 gems. So they are only down $100. But of course, we have some secondary market trading going on. So for example, person A wants to sell its collectible to, or person B wants to buy it because he didn't get anything on the drop. But of course, person A wants to sell with a gain, so he sells for 150 gems. So person B buys this collectible for 150 gems. But person A doesn't get 150 gems because we have the 2.5% fee. So basically what we have to do here is calculate 150 minus so person B paid 150 gems, but person A actually only received 146.25 because the 2.5% secondary market fee. So this also reduces the total gem supply. And now person B sells its collectible to person C. So, and again, he wants to sell it with the gains. So let's say this time person C pays 200 for this collectible. And this means that person B only gets, this should be like $5, 5 gem market fee. So it's equal to so person B only gets 195. So again, we have like 5 gems burned from the total gem supply. Okay, we now have person C without any gem balance, but so he decides to sell the NFT, and person A is going to buy this NFT. Okay, let's say he now sells it for 300. So person A pays 300 and person C gets yeah, 292.5. So again, so after just a few trades, like the Veve's like debt or loss is already down to only minus $83.75. Now we have another drop. So we have another drop happening, and let's say this drop is a $60 drop. So again, person A gets one, and person C gets a drop. Oh, this should be minus. Okay, so now we are already in profit, let's say. So that shows that basically what happens when we're buying NFTs, either from the store or from the secondary market, we kind of burn gems from like supply. And that means that these are gems that Veve doesn't have to pay back when we want to cash out. So basically, to say, let's just make another transaction here. We sell this NFT for 200 again, because it was really popular drop. And here again we get 200. Okay. So yeah, here we see, and this would go on and go on. So this is more or less how I got to understand the system a bit better. And this is why I'm not that worried about this 30% fee, especially also considering that once we have the web platform, we don't have that issue anymore, because they will facilitate gem purchases via the web platform, and then they avoid the 30% like app store fees. And yeah, that's all I wanted to go through. Of course, this is like a really simple model, and yeah, the interesting thing would be how would it work out like on a larger scale with all these secondary market transactions that actually take place. But as I said, like for me, it just makes sense that they thought this whole system through, and they must have done some simulations as well, because I just can't believe that they just went with the system and thought, yeah, okay, we will go with a 30% loss, and somehow we will make up for it, like with additional fees or something like that. So I'm really interested about what you think about it. If I missed something, of course, I think that we will have some sort of fees with the MTL, but not as much from Veve's side, but more from like the financial institution that ultimately offers the service, because it will go through a third-party provider or something like that. Actually, I'm not that familiar with these kind of processes, but yeah, I think we will get some sort of a fee, maybe a 10% fee. But yeah, this was just a video just to show why I think there shouldn't be any worries about this kind of 30% loss. And yeah, I'm very interested about what you think about it. If that makes sense, or if you say like, okay, I got it totally wrong and this is actually not how it works, then please also just leave a comment there. Would be cool. I think it's an interesting topic to have a discussion about it. And yeah, maybe if I find time, then I think it would be kind of interesting to run like a simulation of it, like on a larger scale, but I would need to program that. And yeah, I do program, but I'm not that good at it. And yeah, let's see, if I find time, then maybe yeah, I will think about doing something like that. Just on a last note, what I wanted to mention is that tomorrow evening I got invited to Veve Versum's channel. Really looking forward to that. Well, he's also one of the OGs and one of the very first like German content creators. Yeah, so really looking forward to it. And for anyone of you who does speak German, well, yeah, feel free to tune in. And yeah, I'm gonna leave you with that. And we still have a drop today, so good luck with that. And yeah, see you soon.